हो महेश्वर this side. यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सर्वं यं सचरं येन तस्मै श्री विभ्राजितपदाम्बुजः विवेकान्ताम्बुजसूर्यो यः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चैतन्य शाश्वत शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः हिन्दुनादकलातीतः श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शोषणं भवसिन्धोश्च ज्ञापनं सारसम्पदः पूर्वोदकं सम्यक् तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। रधिकं तत्त्वं रधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु मदात्मा सर्वमा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। परमदैवतं गुरोः परतरं नास्ति। This is like Jai Jagadish Hare. We think it is finished, and somebody thinks of one more stanza. That is what it is like. Recording? Yeah. सदा शिव समारंभां शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Shanti Om Parthaya Pratibodhita Bhagavata Narayane Swayamsena Krishna Puram Pranamudila Mahadeva Bharatam Advaitaamritavarshiniim Bhagavatiim Ashtadashanayim Namaste Vyasa Vichara Jnanamaya Pradima Totra Vetraikaparnaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Ekadadave Namaha Sarvopaniषदो Gītāmritam Mahat Vasudevasutam Devam Hamsachadoravadam Devaki Paramaham Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Bhishmadroణతటా Jayadratha Jala Gandharanilopada Kripena Vahani Varnena Venakulam Ashwatthanavikarna Kora Duryodhana Devi Sohina Mandavairandi Vaivantaka Parasharya Vajastanoja Pamanam Hinayakatam Harikatha Samsodana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Epiya Bhuyat Bharatam Kalimala Pratmam Sila Preyasi Mundam Devam Yakripadam Vande Paramanandam Yam Panishadai Dhyanavasthitadgatena manasa Vashyamti yam yoginaha Yasyantanna vidussura Asuraganaha Devaya tasmai Somebody please turn off the water which has now come.
Swamini ji, do you hear us?
Yes, very well.
The sound is very bad.
Sound is back.
The sound is bad, yeah. It's coming and going and like there's
Chanting.
something.
Is it okay now? Is the sound okay now?
It's like an echo and it's not clear.
Is it an echo?
It's better than chanting, though.
The sound preferences. Go under Zoom and look at sound preferences. Maybe we can do something there. Audio settings, yeah. Audio settings.
Maybe
It
it's too
seems to
high.
be okay. Mic is okay. Maybe
Maybe
it's
it's
just
too
the
high.
internet. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
How is it now?
yeah,
Yes.
that's okay.
Yes, maybe now it's
Mm.
better because
Um,
I turned off the crisp.
Yeah, turn off the crisp.
Now it's
it
off.
Yeah. Is it better now? Yes.
Much better, Swamini Amma. Yes, very clear.
Fantastic. Yes, yes. Ramakrishnan Shanti are logged in from India. Yes. Yes. Very nice. Wonderful. So, that is what there was so much discussion about the sound itself. Okay. Good. The chanting was a test. Now we are here. We can begin. We had a good introduction to the topic yesterday itself, namely the question of leadership. Leadership, a very important and timeless question. Valmiki wanted to know who can I rely on? Because Narada tells him you are doing a lot of papa. You are going on the wrong path. Well, I didn't know. I'm sure the parents told me, but I didn't listen. Is there somebody who I can look up to, who is alive right now? That is the question. Who has all these qualities? Why those qualities? Gunavan, Viryavan, Dharmagyaha, Kritagyaha. Kritagyaha means the one who just doesn't say thank you and go away. In our culture, we don't have the word thank you because we are always thankful. Because we don't need the word thank you. In other parts of the world, somebody drops a handkerchief, somebody picks it up. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then somebody drops a child, another one picks it up. Oh, thank you, same word. But what a big difference. Hanky gone, nothing gone. But here we have Kritagnyata. Kritam Janati. That the one who knows what has been done for that person. What has been done for that person means what? We understand that we don't come into this world completely, what is that, on our own. We rely on so many forces, 5 elements, mother, father, everything. Whatever we need is given in childhood. And all this is because of Bhagavan. And so we are permanently indebted for our body to the parents. And even if we say, oh, I don't like my parents very much, that's okay, fine. But still, one owes one's body to the parents. So then that is one debt. Rishi Rinam, because of which we have this know-how, whether it is dharma or dharma jnana or atma jnana, it's all because of the rishis. We are permanently indebted to the rishis. We are permanently indebted. Parents means pitru. Pitru rinam, rishi rinam, and of course, where do the pitrus and rishis come from? Bhagavan. So deva rinam, these three kinds of rinas cannot be ever repaid. So the person who understands that and leads a life in accordance with the laws, the only way we can, quote unquote, repay these is to not be a burden on Mother Earth by living life responsibly. So dharmajnascha kritajnascha satyavakyah, the one who knows the importance of speaking the truth. Satya bhashana. Satyavak means what? Means there is no conflict inside. What I say is what I'm thinking. Otherwise, if I think something and then say something else, somebody has in their mind, oh, I don't like you very much. But then they say, oh, how nice to see you. Then there is a certain artifice inside. Oh, then what should I do? Should I go and say, I don't like your face? Is that what I should do? No. If you don't have anything nice to say, what is the rule? Don't say anything at all. So, Satyavakya, Satyam Vada, Priyam Vada. And if the truth is such that the other person is not able to hear it, don't say anything at all. This is how to save the marriage. Okay? Yeah. Don't say anything at all. Don't answer loaded questions such as, does this color suit me? Okay? Be completely silent on the subject. Just have a smile. Yeah. So, who is it who can teach me how to do this? Satyavakya. And then Dridhavrata. Dridhavrata means the one who actually carries out the sankalpas that are there. Doesn't promise the 5 elements and does not deliver anything at all. And the one who is yukta. Charitreshu chako yukta. The one who is together as far as the character goes. Together means emotionally regulated and resilient. Usually there is emotional dysregulation. Emotional dysregulation means the emotions are coming hard and fast and I am incapable of managing these emotions. And that is called emotional dysregulation. And what do I have to do? Re-regulate them. And many times the emotions come like a tsunami. And when confronted with a tsunami, what should one do? Sit quietly and do japa. That's what we should do to the inner tsunami also. So is there anybody who can do that? Till the tsunami passes through, one just sits and observes. I tell people, whenever the emotions come in a big rush, then put the timer on the watch for 10 minutes and just watch. Yeah, let it pass. You can do that for other people's outbursts also. This is very helpful. It helps the one who is undergoing a tsunami, and it helps the other person also to not to have a, what should I say, a reactive tsunami. This is wonderful. So, charitreshu chako yuktaha. So, the one who is together as a person, emotionally regulated, I said, and then resilient. Not that emotions won't come, but one is not carried away in the spate of the emotions. That's the kind of person we are talking about. And then sarva bhuteshu kohitaha, the one who is very, very source of comfort to everybody. And this is what one looks for in somebody I look up to. Somebody I look up to must be a source of comfort. What's the point if you go to somebody? One college student came to me and said, I'm having a hard time. I said, why? I don't know what to take and what subjects to take. I said, do you have an advisor? Yes, yes. I said, go see her or him, her. I said, okay, go see her. Go see her. She said, can I come back afterwards? Yes, come back afterwards. Tell me how it went. Come back or call me. So she went and then she told the advisor, this is her own rendition of what happened afterwards. She told the advisor, I'm really all confused. I'm having a lot of pressure. And then the parents in India keep on saying, when are you finishing? When are you finishing? When are you finishing? And there is so much pressure on me. And I just don't know what to do and how to graduate. Can you please help me? And the advisor held her hand and said, oh, you poor thing, please come into my office and let me tell you all about my life, which is much more stressful than yours. You are in your 20s. I am at least 2 times, 3 times your age. And then you wait and let me tell you how all the things that have just gone wrong only this week. Forget my whole life. My third husband is filing for divorce. And out of the 2 children, one of them doesn't talk to me at all. And the other one hangs up the phone quickly whenever I call. And then in the latest review they did on the campus, they did not give me a merit raise. And this is what is happening in my life. And she said a few other things. Something is broken in the house, and then the people did not come to fix it and all that. And then she said, do you feel better? And the student said, immensely. Thank you very much. My troubles are nothing compared to yours. This is not hita, okay? The student said, I feel better because she wanted to run away from that office. And she could not handle being there at all. So she said, I'm off. I'm just running out of here. I can't handle the being here. So she said, yes, yes, everything is okay, and ran away. But what we want, what everybody wants, timelessly we hear this. What we want is somebody who is a source of comfort. Why? Because when we go to anybody else in the world, just like ourselves, what happens? They are a source of comfort for the first 30 seconds. That's it. Before their own pain and their own sorrows, regurgitate. That's why they say misery loves company. The only thing that can come out of this kind of a connection is a support group where everybody sits and cries together. That's all. But nobody feels better as a result. So hita means one who is a source of comfort without seeking anything from you. They should be comforting you without seeking anything in return. Even the need that people should come to me should not be there. That is what is hita. Okay, all these qualities are there, but a big buddhu means what? No common sense. Is not well read, is not savvy, is not up to anything. Vidwan and samartha. Vidwan and samartha. Vidwan means the one who is well read. Read nicely, studied properly. Knows, does not just, shoot out ideas that are not based in the Shastras, has Shastric knowledge, is able to quote and is able to talk in a way that makes sense. And samartha means has common sense. Whatever you ask the person, they are either able to answer the question or send you to a place that is where you can get your answers. Okay, all these are there, but then what? The person looks like Ashtavakra. Yeah, people will be afraid. 8 bends. And not and another character is also there, another teacher in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, a guru that nobody went to study with. Raikva, one who lived in the forest under a broken down chariot and had a terrible skin disease. And as he was teaching, he was scratching all the sores and a very difficult. Only the greatest of jignasus and mumukshus could go to people like Ashtavakra and Raikva and study. Not the ordinary person. The ordinary person wants somebody to look up to, and then what? Priya Darshana must be pleasing to look at. Pleasing means, they don't have to have makeup on and all these things. That's not what we are looking for in a leader, but at least must be able to smile, must be able to, you must be able to relate in a certain way. Because one is not in charge of one's face. It's a God-made face. But if we look, there is a face reading technique which is old. It is called Samudrika Lakshana, meaning that they study the eyes and they say something about the character of the person. They study the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, everything. And then it is told in Samudrika Lakshana, if you draw a line from here all the way to the nose, the mouth, and split the face in half, for 99.9% of the people, the left side of the face is not like the right side of the face. There is one emoji with a tongue out and one eye like that. That's how most people look, a milder version of that. One eye will be smaller, one eye will be bigger, the nose will be turned to this side or that side, as though it is showing the weather. And then the lips will also, when one smiles, one side of the lips will go up, the other side will go down. All these things are there. But for Sri Rama, Lord Rama, it was just Bhagavan made a Xerox copy of the left and the right side. It had so much equanimity that it was so sama that looking at that face itself, one felt totally at ease and at peace. So these are some of the qualities that Valmiki is looking for, and this is exactly what one wants. These all resonate with us because this is what one wants in the leader. But why leader? Because I don't know what to do. This is an age-old thing. In fact, even Upanishad underscores this. The Upanishad also addresses this need. Athayadite vritta vichikitsa va karma vichikitsa va syat. Supposing you have a vichikitsa. Vichikitsa means doubt. You have a doubt with regard to action or with regard to thinking, action, what is the correct thing to do, how to do, what to do. Then what? Ye tatra brahmanaha sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha alokshaha dharmakamasyuhu yatha te tatra varteran tatha tatra vartethaha esha adeshaha esha upadeshaha esha vedopanishad etad anushasyam. And then it also says in the same section, it says, Tvaya asanena prashvasitavyam. So, if you have a doubt with regard to how to think, how to behave, how to conduct yourself in a group or with people, approach somebody who has these two qualities. First is, they should know what to do themselves. If you approach somebody who doesn't know what to do, what good will that do? Nothing. It will be like the student going to the advisor. Okay. That will not help. So what to do? So you approach somebody who knows what to do, who is dharmagya. And dharmagya here is put dharmakamaha. They are not just the knowers of dharma. I can be the knower of dharma, but I need not be the follower of dharma. Like who? Duryodhana, a classic example, stock example. Janami dharmam, I don't feel like it. Nachame pravritti. I can be the knower of dharma, but I don't feel I'm not the follower of dharma. So therefore, here the lover of dharma, dharma kamaha, all their kamas are for what? For to lead a dharmic life. They are the lovers of dharma. Approach them. First qualification for the leader is given in the Taittiriya Upanishad Shikshavalli towards the end itself. And what a lovely position. Where does this come? In the last teaching of the teacher to the student in the valedictory. First valedictory speech in history. Amazing. Here's the graduating class sitting in front of the teacher, and the teacher says, now you're going to be on your own. But still, there'll be many things you don't know how to do, what to do. This is who you should approach. People who have these two qualifications, first, make sure they are lovers of dharma. How do I know they are lovers of dharma? They are not in prison, okay, for starts. They're not in prison, they're not about to go to prison, and we know this way that they're at least law abiding in nature, we know that. We can test all these things. You can Google them. Even there is a website, I'm told, I don't know the website, that where the so-called gurus, god men and god women of a suspect nature who have some problems, they are listed in the website. And you can go and look there also. Okay. And if they don't appear there, then perhaps you can go and approach them. I don't know. But I don't know the website, and I don't want to know either. So if you know it, keep the knowledge to yourself. Okay. Only tell me if you find me on it. That's Otherwise, ignorance is with a capital B here I can use. So then, dharma kamaha. So first one, following dharma, lovers of dharma. And the second qualification is alukshaha. Means they don't take sides. Meaning, their raga dveshas are not overpowering their capacity for counsel. If they are giving any kind of advice, if somebody comes to you for advice, what shall I do? Shall I do this or that? Immediately, you don't start to think of how you will benefit by their actions or not. What shall I bring to your party? Shall I bring this or that? They offer two dishes. You like the first one better, so you say, bring this. No. What do you have to see? You have to see the whole party. You have to see what kind of people are coming, which will be better for everybody. That is what you have to see. So, aluksha. Aluksha means non-partisan, not having any kind of some chip on the shoulder. About every single thing, they have an opinion. And not only do they have an opinion, they're going to tell you what it is. No. Aluksha. Impartial, because they can tell you what to do, and it makes a difference because there is no self-interest. The advice that the people without self-interest give is palpable. One can sense it. Like Sahadeva. Sahadeva was the Pandava who was the greatest of astrologers. Great astrologer. Whatever he said came true. And Forget Yudhishthira approaching him and asking him when we should fight the war, bro. Tell me, we should win. Duryodhana approaches him and gives his horoscope, because what else is it really? Gives his horoscope and says, please tell me when I should fight the war to be victorious. And Sahadeva does the calculations and says, this is the time you should wage the war. Look at that. If the other brothers felt like beating up Sahadeva, it is not mentioned in the Mahabharata. What's wrong with you? Whose side are you on? Are you out of your mind? Because they respected Sahadeva so much. Everybody respected him. That is the definition of an elder. That is the definition of a leader. And then the Upanishad says, as they behave, so too you behave. Worship them. Bring them. Offer an asana. Offer water. Offer everything. And then ask them for their counsel. And they will share their counsel and then do exactly how they tell. Don't do exactly how they tell, do exactly what they do. Follow them. So you see, the need for leadership is a primal, basic need in the world. In every human being, the need to look up to somebody or somebodies, many somebodies, is natural. It is swabhavika. And along with that comes the pain as one grows up, the pain of not having anybody to look up to. That is the pain. I never really had anybody to look up to. What happened? Well, nobody was really there for me. What were the parents doing? They were busy or otherwise occupied. And maybe they were not busy, but they were otherwise occupied. They were not there for me. That's the feeling. What about teachers? What are you asking story of teachers? And you just heard a story of the teacher. Why are you asking? Teacher means school, college, etc. So therefore, there is this feeling of being all alone in the world without anybody to hold the hand, without anybody to take me across. And this is a universal feeling. You ask in India, they will say, yes, you have given voice to my feelings. You ask in America, they will say, yes. You ask in Canada, they will say, yes. You ask anywhere in the world. South America, they will say yes. Asia, they will say yes. All the countries in Africa, also they will say yes. A sense of alienation dogs the world at large. And it is not a contemporary problem. We can say, oh, right now the leaders are terrible. And that is why we are feeling bereft and orphaned. No. Whenever you ask anybody, they will say this is the problem. And constantly, therefore, one is waiting like Shabari for the avatara to come. Shabari was a sannyasini, had a little ashram. Because there was no SMS and email and nothing there, no telegram even, every day she swept the ashram thinking Rama is coming. So much was her devotion. Every single day she lit the lamps, every single day she swept, every single day she had something for him to eat. Then finally one day he comes. This is how one is, the story is one of playing the waiting game. I want to wait. I want to have this. This is not there. And the tradition also appears to support it. How many avatars have we had? 9. Yeah. If I heard somebody said 10, please see me after class. Yeah. So, how many avatars have we had? Okay. And if you come after class and tell me Kalki was coronavirus, okay, then no problem. Can talk about that, yes. Silently came, who knows? Possible, ho sakta hai, we don't know. But 9 avatars, each time we see the people throwing up their hands in despair, praying singly, praying doubly, praying in groups, having group yajnas, and doing all these things. Please come, please help, please do this, please take me on the other side of this horrible thing. Everybody is crying, mummy, mummy, for Durga, okay, yeah, not local mummy. Local mummy was not able to do anything. She was mummified, herself. She was herself mummified, padre petrified, and then nobody is able to do this. So therefore what? Therefore, this is what it is. And in the Hindu tradition, it encourages. Yes, and then we see before the Matsya Avtara came, everybody was in such terrible distress. Fish came, boar came, and then what else? This tortoise came, and then this one came, man, lion, Narasimha came. And each time, all the people who were following adharma were what? Vacuumed, hoovered up. They were not there anymore. And then there was a balance. And everybody felt so happy, heaved a sigh of relief. Thank God all these dushkritas, all these terrible fellows are no longer a pain on Mother Earth. I don't have to deal with them. Yippee, yay. For how long? Until the next avatar. Until the next avatar. And now I was talking to somebody. I had a seatmate on the plane coming over here, and then who said, yeah, Kalki should come. Well, we are waiting for Kalki. Kalki is what? The one who will take out all the miscreants from Kali Yuga, in the face of Kali Yuga, etc. An avatara of few words does not waste time, because talking takes time. Does not say, may I give you moksha? No, I mean different kind of moksha. Okay, so doesn't do any such, no preambles, just takes people out, finished. So this is the beloved part of the Hindu tradition. And why not? Because it offers hope. And everybody needs hope. Because the main problem is alienation from oneself, from one's fellow beings, from the Jagat, from Ishvara, of course. And because of the alienation, there is severe hopelessness, and then there is despair. So these are all things to look forward to. Don't look forward to the avatars. If somebody says they come one per yuga, okay, at least one per yuga. Let me wait for them. Let them come. It's okay. I want to wait for them. I want to do this. And then there is and then all the avatars, the previous avatars are worshipped. The turtle is very holy. And then this is, what is that, fish holy. Boar, not so much, but still. And then we have Narasimha. These are all on our puja rooms and on our puja altars. Because they give hope that this life, where I feel helpless, stranded, without any direction, will take a turn. If we look to other religions, same thing. Messiah, same thing. It's in fact more of an extreme, I would say. The entire religion is built upon being saved. We just pray, Trahimam, Pahimam, but there it is just The whole religion is based upon being saved. And that somehow is attached to the leadership, that somebody will come and take me out of how terrible I'm feeling, or take me out of the terrible circumstances with which I am grappling, or take me out of this terrible conundrum which I find myself in. I want answers, and maybe somebody has answers. Maybe somebody will give me a new sense of not just direction, will take me out of this and then tell me what to do. This is all fine because it helps. It is a kind of a band-aid. Looking for leadership in the tradition is a kind of a band-aid. What does the band-aid do? If the blood is gushing out, it will stop it. That's why it's called first aid. After that, what are you supposed to do? Take yourself to the hospital. ER. Okay? Yeah. Where is the ER? Right here. This is ER. This is the emergency room where a lifelong emergency, a generational long emergency, the emergency confronting humanity, namely the paucity of leadership, really speaking, has to be addressed. And the band-aid of a savior here, a messiah there, somebody who will come and make everything all right. Wow, how will they make it all right? Duryodhana is taken out, but then what? Other people come, new names, new forms. Same adharma comes. Why? Because human beings have free will. Free will means there will be ragadveshas. I'm free enough to have free will. I'm free enough to have ragadveshas. If I have ragadveshas, what will I do? I will take it with me and then terrorize everybody else because I want them fulfilled right away, right now. I want them fulfilled, and so I will terrorize everybody else. So the ragadveshas make one into a rakshasa, really. So therefore, the band-aid will not do. Looking up to somebody is both insufficient as a long-term strategy. As a band-aid, okay, right now I needed this. The baby is crying, it needs the bottle, it needs a pacifier, okay, fine. After a while, you put the pacifier in the mouth. After a while, what? You have to see that, okay, what is it? Why was it crying to begin with? So if we don't address the cause, then there are two problems. One is that the wound, the terrible wound of this sorrow and this pain is not going to have any kind of a solution. A permanent solution is not available. First problem. And what is the second problem? It makes me the target of a dependency or many dependencies. I will always be addicted to somebody telling me what to do. This is sometimes why even people have gurus. You ask somebody, why do you have a guru? I want to know what to do. There is a difference between guru and life coach. Okay. Yeah. So, guru will not tell you what to do. That is not the guru's job. What should I do? Where should I go? What should I do? And Guru gives you the tools of what? The Shastra of the Shastra to be able to lead your life. That is what the Guru's role is. Guru equips you with the Shastra, which is what? Shastra means a weapon which protects. What is the weapon? Shastra is the weapon that protects from what? From mainly Adhyatmika asuras in the form of Raga Dvesha. Adhyatmika centered on oneself. So the Shastra protects these asuras. Like, when they used to do yajnas so that the asuras would not come, they would mantrify a pot of water and put it all around. It was called Dig Bandhana, meaning no miscreants could come in that area. The Shastra does that. It protects the heart from going down the wrong path, and it protects everything. But still, that spiritual romanticism does not go. So the first problem is it creates a dependency. It dulls the mind. Looking for a savior dulls the mind. Looking for any kind of a leader to make my problems go away dulls my own mind. I'm not in a place to make any decisions. Not that I'm not equipped to make decisions. I don't even try. Somebody came to me and said, our child is 10 months old, still does not crawl. I said, did you bring your child? Yes. She was sitting in one place, sat there like that. And then she looked for something. Immediately they brought it to her. And then she looked for something else. And they didn't bring it because they were talking to me. They didn't see her. I was watching her from the corner of the eye. And then when nobody brought anything, she went like this, ordering it to come close to her, whatever the toy was. I said, there is nothing wrong with her. Nothing wrong with her. Why? Because she is your first child. First child is, what is that? Guinea child. So therefore, everything is, they were just so eager and excited. Oh, she should not want anything. She should not this thing. I said, let her move. Let her get it. No, she will cry. Let her cry. It's okay. And she did cry. I said, this is all a false cry, not a single tear in the eye. She was just making noise and sobs and, ayo, this is such a hard life. At 10 months old, I think, it's not even worth living. This is how she was crying. Oh, can we call you? I said, call me tomorrow, no problem. And by the next, in 24 hours, she was crawling all over the place, running, crawling all over the place, taking herself here, there, everywhere. It just took 24 hours. This is the dependency. So whole life you have to say, Aja. Everybody is sitting like this 10-month-old. Give me. Give me. And our prayers are all what? Give me this, give me that, give me something. Nobody thinks, I'm asking all these things. What if it's not good for me? No, I want to have this. But this is not good for me. Nobody thinks that. I want this. And then they think that, when they go to the temple, they think the priest is the mediator between oneself and Bhagavan. And they will tell the priest, you please tell Bhagavan. You please tell Bhagavan. They will tell the gurus, you please ask Bhagavan to give me this. Poor guru will say, yes. That's all. Tathastu, what else to say? It dulls the mind, obfuscates the buddhi. The buddhi is meant to think. And the funny thing is this, that only selective things one wants to be taken care of, other things one is pursuing without any problems. Certain areas helpless, certain areas I want things, I have to have things, and this is how I have to do this. It's very sad. So sit in one place and keep saying, Ajao, nothing will happen. And that is the first problem, is that there is a dependency. And the dependency is there, and then therefore, a correlated second problem is that I stop being an advocate for myself. I have to be my own advocate. Who needs advocates? The one who cannot speak for herself or himself, that person, he or she needs an advocate. But then if I start to think, I need an advocate, why can't you talk? Yes, I can talk, but nobody listens. Doesn't matter, learn to talk in a way that somebody listens. This is a learning curve. I have to learn. Learn to talk in a way that is effective you are effective in communicating. You have to be your own advocate. You know what you want. You know what you're striving for. You have to be your primary advocate. Nobody else can be an advocate for you. And those days are gone. That was when you were 5. Now you are 65. Okay. Yeah. This is what is called get a life. Yes. Get a life here. So that advocacy, the ability to talk, speak, and desire things which are good for me on my own behalf is swallowed up by this dependency. That's the second problem. And the third problem is that the more dependent I get, the more I become vulnerable to what? Charlatans who say, come, I'll give you advice. Come, I'll give you vairagya. From what? From your savings. Give me all your savings and you have vairagya instantly. People like this are there. Even in Atlanta, one man was caught. He was just charging people's credit cards and doing this homa, that homa, and everything. All kinds of difficult situations. And this is the problem. This is why, because of these three problems, the state of affairs, waiting for the next God, waiting for the next Messiah, waiting for the next Savior, waiting for even the next Avatara, or even the movie sequel called Avatara, is not in our best interests. Not at all in our best interests. That is why during the Millennium Summit, which happened in the year 2000, somebody after Pujya Swamiji's talk gave him the mic and said, what is your wish for the new millennium? He said, I don't have a wish, I have a prayer. Yes, what is your prayer? Pujya Swamiji was very quick-witted. There was no plan, nothing. Somebody just stuck a mic in his face. He says, my prayer is, oh God, please save me from all saviors. That is my prayer. Fantastic prayer. In fact, we should all repeat it. Oh Lord, please save me from all saviors. Oh, even the good kind, even the good kind. Yes. That I want, this is a problem. Everything has already been given by Bhagavan for me to lead my life. Everything has been given, and then, therefore, what? The only thing that is left to do is to get on with my life. Instead of looking to see who is coming, who will come and catch me, who will come and save me. And it just does not work. Why it does not work, we will see. But there are two primary reasons why it does not work. Not because of the efficacy of the leader or whatever it is, but because of my own mindset. In the beginning, the leader is received with great aplomb, taliyan, clap, 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 fantastic, welcome, welcome. East or West, you are the best. And then what? After a few days, months, weeks, years, whenever it is, I don't like you so much. As long as you agree with me, you are the greatest. But when the person says something you don't want to hear, then that person is gone. First you put, first that person is put on the throne, and then the person is overthrown, pun intended. Person is overthrown. This is why, again, because of my own ragadveshas, which is why this waiting for the savior or trying to manufacture a savior, and this doesn't work. Maybe in children's cartoons, I heard that some characters goes around saying, "Are you my mummy? Are you my daddy?" Which is that character? I don't know. And then children's cartoon, and then one animal says, "No, I'm not your mummy. I'm not your daddy." Other one says, "No, I'm not this. I'm not that." Like this, a person is going around saying, "Will you save me? Will you save me? Will you save me?" It's a sad situation. That's why it doesn't work. But coming to the topic of Vedanta, why is this leadership issue such a burning topic in Vedanta Shastra? Coming to our topic here, the main primary reason this does not work, is because we are operating under a wrong assumption, an entirely wrong assumption. Who needs the savior? Tell me. The one who is bound. One who is bound needs to be saved. The one who is bound. And the one who is bound needs to be unbound. The one who is lost needs to be found. The one who this is where the savior psychology comes into the picture. The psychology of the human being is that I am bound. And what does Vedanta Shastra say about bondage? There is no bondage. Oh, but I feel bound. Thankfully, all your feelings are not valid. Yes, which is why we can be in business. If all your feelings were valid, the Swamis would be out of a job. It's just a feeling. Not very appealing, but just a feeling. And so therefore, the feeling of bondage does not mean anything. Where is the proof that you are bound? Show me the proof. No, I'd like to come to the ashram, but you see, I have all these things. And I have family, children, cat, dog. I have all these things. Did somebody put the dog on you? No. I went and got it myself. Okay? So that means what? You're not bound. You exercise the choice. Child also same thing. Is it somebody else's child? No, it's my own child. Abba, thank God. At least that is accepted. My own child. Okay. What about the spouse? Should we put him, her in the lost and found bag? No. My own spouse. Okay. These are all things you have. You have collected, correct? Out of your own volition, meaning using your own free will, all these things you have. What about the house? Nobody said you have to have this house, correct? You yourself said, "Oh, I like this house, dream house." When the dream house becomes a nightmare, that means something else. That means that that means you're not looking for a savior. You're looking to see what has undergone a change. What was there before and what is different now. That is what you're looking to see. And so, all these things, which we call bondage, not bondage, it's not samsara, it's not bondage. Who said it is bondage? I mean, sometimes, in vernacular languages, Tamil, etc., the person says, I have come with my samsara. That means family. Even in Hindi, say family. Family is not samsara. If family is samsara, you are also samsara to the rest of them. Okay, yeah. Don't forget that. It goes both ways. Family does not constitute samsara, and neither does the house constitute samsara, neither do the in-laws constitute samsara, neither do the outlaws constitute samsara. Then what is samsara? What is samsara? It's what is in the head. That is what is samsara. Bhagavan, lives in the temple. Samsara also lives in the temple. Yes, in this temple, samsara lives. The radical understanding, the positing, forget the understanding. We'll come to that later. The radical positing that even in Vedanta Shastra, that even questions the basic feeling that the majority has, namely that I am bound. That itself makes Vedanta a very lovable thing. There is actually hope. You're not waiting for the leader anymore. Waiting for the leader means what? That even though I'm able-bodied, I have tied myself up and then I'm saying, please come and untie me. Here, the person is not waiting for the leader. The person says, if I am not even bound, and what says I'm not bound? Upanishad says I'm not bound. I'm not saying I'm not bound. I'm not saying you are not bound. Upanishad herself, which is the primary text, says you are not at all bound. What are you? Free. No, but I'm a householder. The one who is talking is househeld, okay? Not householder. Householder means I'm a book holder, right? What can I do? I can drop the book at will. No longer book holder, not book holder. Mic holder, not mic holder. Householder, drop the house. Oh, no, 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 no. It means there is something funny that is going on. And this funniness, when that feeling is interrogated, when I question the nature of this experience of bondage, because it is experienced, I question its nature, then there is some hope moving forward. If I don't question its nature, then it's what? More of the same. Kalki, where art thou? That is all we have to ask. That's the only question to ask. Nothing else remains. And so, instead of the band-aid, we are going to now look at the question of not the band-aid, but the bondage. Bondage. If the feeling of bondage that I have in my life is real, real means what? Cannot be removed. Abadhitam sat. That which is real cannot be removed. Oh, no, no, no. Then are you saying it is unreal? I'm not saying it's unreal. You said it's unreal. If it is unreal means what? Cannot be removed again. Need not be removed. If I'm trying to sit and remove a non-existent thing, then what will you call me? Yeah. Weird. Okay. Yeah, and that would be a compliment. You can call me many more things than weird. Off the rocker. for a chance. That's what happened to Lady Macbeth. This is called the Lady Macbeth syndrome. You know, she, in the Shakespeare's play, she engineers the killing of her brother-in-law so that the husband can become the king. And after that, she can't sleep. How can you sleep with this on your conscience? She sees blood everywhere. She looks at her hands and she's, keeps on feeling like washing the hand because she sees spots of blood which are obviously not there. So, if I say bondage is non-existent, then what? It should not be experienced. If I say bondage is real and it is existent, then that means I should be forever bound. Are you forever bound? Say no, we can. So the correct answer is no, okay? Because it's been a while between the visits. So the correct answer is what? No. How can you say, I'm not always bound? Sleep. Especially in Vedanta class. Nicest sleep comes, I tell you. Absolutely nice sleep comes, and there is no sense of bondage. And that's how it is. One of the Swamis used to tell this story in our parampara only. He had a regular student, and then one day that student took a friend of hers who had said, I don't go to Swamis, I don't listen to all these things, this is not my cup of tea, and I'm just a type A personality. What do? They keep working all the time, I believe, and they are stressed out. And then, so I'm a type A personality, I'm not going to any Swamis because I have no time. So one day the friend just dragged her, just come, don't argue, just come sit. And then after the class, she went to the Swami. She was having tears in her eyes. The friend was looking for her outside, thinking that she would be the first one to run away. Tears in her eyes, she said, I'm so grateful. I'm just so happy. And Swami thought, oh, wow, I have transformed somebody today. How lovely. Before he could even finish his thought, she said all the doctors had given up. I had terrible insomnia last 7 years. This is the first time, Swamiji, that I enjoyed the best sleep for 1 hour. Sahana Bhavatu was the best lullaby. In the closing prayer, Purnamadaha was what? Suprabhatam, wake up call. So in sleep, that is the point here, okay? Don't get carried away with the joke. Come back. In sleep, there is no bondage. And in fact, the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says there are no limitations, etc. No limitations of any kind. Andha, the blind one, anandho bhavati. The blind one in sleep becomes what? Non-blind. The person doesn't think in sleep all the time, yes, I cannot see, I cannot see. There's nothing to see. Badhiraha, the one who cannot hear, doesn't become deaf in sleep. No deafness, no blindness. Panguhu means the one who is lame. He is no longer lame. Where? In sleep. Brihadaranyaka, there's a whole chapter that analyzes the sleep state, analyzes the dream state, waking state, everything. Very beautiful it is. In the sleep state, there is a total resolution of everything. Starting with what? My own notions about the I. That is where the thing is. Starting with my own notions about the I, there is total resolution. Therefore, I'm not bound. Therefore, there is no bondage. But why not say I'm both bound and unbound? Let's make everyone happy. This is the age of accommodating everybody. 2 plus 2 can be 4. Sometimes 2 plus 2 can be 6. No problem. Let us accommodate everybody. We should all be accommodated. Let us all get along. Can you do that? Even if it's your own brother-in-law who says 2 plus 2 is 7, you just nod your head just to keep the peace. Don't talk to the person. You just accommodate the person, but you can never accommodate the belief. You never accommodate wrong beliefs. So here somebody says, I am both free and bound. I heard somebody say this in the, what is that called? The tens and thousands of people gather, parliament of religions of the world parliament. And this lady was saying, don't ask me, why did you go to her talk? I didn't go. She happened to be on my panel. She says, yeah. And occupational hazards of being a Swami. That's what it is. She said, we are all broken and we are all whole at the same time. How is this possible? It's like saying there is both light and darkness in the same place at the same time. Is that possible? Where there is light, darkness cannot be. Darkness cannot occupy the same place as light. And in fact, if we write a treatise on darkness, there is no such thing called darkness. There is not anything called darkness. What is darkness? Absence of light. You see, it has a conditional definition. It has a negative definition. That which is not light means what? It is not there. You cannot establish darkness. Therefore, it is non-existent. Similarly, you cannot establish bondage. Therefore, ultimately, even though experientially there, ultimately not there. Experientially there means what? It appears to be there. Why? Because I experience it. I feel bound. I feel like everybody is telling me what to do. Yet I am also looking for someone to tell me what to do. And then what? I feel constricted. I feel limited in every single way. Physically limited. Mentally limited. Financially doubly limited. Forever limited. Limited. I feel bound. So the feeling, to that feeling, you cannot say what? You don't exist. Because I feel it. And then to the feelings, we cannot say you are permanent. Why? Because the feeling is fleeting. It goes away. And neither I am both broken and whole, bound and unbound. I cannot be at the same time. So what am I? Free or bound? Free. The enthusiasm is palpable. What's wrong with everybody? What am I? Good thing we have still more classes in the retreat. We appear to need them. But you see, there is no conviction, even though I say I'm free because it's the right answer. And the teacher is making faces. So I have to say the correct answer. Therefore, I'm saying I'm free. But there is no conviction inside. Why are you saying you're free? Because you told me to tell you that I'm free. That's why I'm telling you I'm free. This is the issue which needs to be analyzed. And this is actually Arjuna's predicament. The dharma sankata, the conflict, and the pain surrounding dharma is due to his pain surrounding the dharma is due to two reasons. One reason is what is advertised in the Bhagavad Gita in the very first chapter, and we see this very clearly. What do we see? He doesn't know what to do, how to do this, he doesn't know. What to do, he doesn't know. Arjuna has no clue what to do, how to do.
Fini de parler, j'ai pas parlé.
Yeah.
Pourquoi votre vidéo est...
Mute your audio, okay? Yeah, and then you can talk amongst yourself. No problem. So just say mute all. There is one option there. Yeah, probably they will. Afterwards, you can tell us what they were saying. So, under participants. Somewhere there should be mute all. Here. Is that it? Mute all? No. Is it muting everybody? Click on that, please. Mute all.
We did
Done.
that. We did that.
Huh?
We did it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the bondage is centered on the I. And Arjuna's conflict or Sankata, his torture. He feels tortured because of two reasons. One is he has to fight a terrible war against his own people. That is one reason. And the second reason that we all know, that is what is his angst is described, his anguish is described in chapter 1. We know this very well. But what is talked about in chapter 3 is the crisis of leadership in Arjuna's life and its consequences. And we'll see this topic from that angle and then see how it relates to our life in the next session. Will we take a 15-minute break? Yeah. What is the time now? 11:20. Oh, perfect. So we'll take a 10-minute break. Come back at 11:30 and then we will have the next session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. Stop the recording, start another.